Good morning. Today is 316 of cooking down the refrigerator, freezer, and working pantry meals. 50 more days to go in this series. That's only about a month and a half. It's been quite the journey. I could go another year. I'm sure I could. But I don't totally want to deplete my stash. But the amount of food that I have now, or that I will have at the end of this series, is a good amount to stock. So today I'm going to stay home. I'm going to practice some peaceful living. And, what's the matter, buddy? He's laying here growling. I don't know. He must hear something I don't hear. What's up? Do you have to go out? Do you have to go out? No? You just want some attention? All right, I guess it's time to chew the bone. All right, well, anyway, back to my coffee. As I was saying, I want to practice a day of peaceful living today. It's going to be 67 degrees, lovely day. So I want to make some more yogurt. I'm running a little low on it, and I still have soy milk. I think I'm going to experiment, not today, but I'm going to experiment with making it with some almond milk too, but that almond milk is not just pure almond milk, so I don't know how that's going to work out. But I'll try it only with a small amount and see what happens. So since I'm not going to be home tomorrow, I'm going to have a day of picking things up and putting things away, so that tomorrow when I go to the Arboretum, I'll feel nice and calm and I won't have to think about, oh, I should be home doing this or I should be home doing that. Now the coffee today is praline chestnut. I haven't tried this flavor before. It's not an expensive coffee. It's inexpensive, but I like trying different flavored coffees. I think that's fun. So I'm not sure what's for breakfast today. I have lots of choices. Those French rolls I bought are really good. They make a nice sandwich. And I really liked the wilted salad I had on the sandwich. I turned it into a slaw and put it on a sandwich yesterday for lunch, and it was really good. I'm going to do that again. So if you have a salad that's getting a little wilty, try making it into a slaw. You can still eat it. It's not bad. It's just not as crunchy as a salad would be, but it made a great sandwich topping. So just FYI, if you want to use up some more of your food. So I'm going to go enjoy my coffee now. Let me give it a try, see if I like it. Yes, it's good. I will enjoy that. Could use a little more creamer. The thing I like about this little coffee maker, the Chefman, is I can make up to 14 ounces of coffee in it, which was more than my Keurig. I think my Keurig only went up to 12. So if I have some coffee pods that are a little too strong for me, I can just add more water and it'll make a perfect cup. So, okay, I will be back shortly and we'll take a look in my refrigerator since we didn't do that yesterday because I had leftovers for dinner. The enchiladas are gone now. They were good, really good, and I'll make those again. All right, I will be back. Well, good morning. Before breakfast, I thought I'd sit down and drink my coffee with you guys. Cheers. I hope you're going to have a wonderful day today. I want to talk a little bit about, and this is something that I work on, I try to work on. I mean, we're all human. Some people have said that they enjoy my videos because they feel like they're very calming, which I'm just tickled pink about because that is the lifestyle that I'm trying to foster and live and share with you guys. So I have some thoughts on that. And we all have things in our life that come up that just make us crazy. For me, it's been the trees, the roof leaking, my washing machine going on the fritz. I need new windows because I can't see out my front window. I have a beautiful flower box outside my window. And it literally looks like I'm looking through frosted glass. That's how my front windows, the seal is sprung on them. Well, right now, I can't afford new windows. I mean, they're keeping the cold out, they're functional, but eventually I need new windows, and that is a big expense. The roof is going to be a big expense. And part of the reason why I wanted to fix my washer is because, first of all, the older machines are better. They last longer. You know, you get a machine with all this computer stuff on it, the chips go bad, and then after a few years, they can't replace the chips, so you have to replace the whole machine. Well, mine is a simple machine. You know, I was watching Bob yesterday try and fix this machine, and they're really not that complicated. But anyway, that's why I made that decision. I hope I made the right decision, and I'm not going to be wasting a couple $100 trying to fix this. He said that it should be okay, that he should be able to fix it, but you never know, you know. I mean, repairmen are, it's sort of a guessing game with them. It's like, well, maybe it's this or maybe it's that, but so we'll see. But anyway, all this going on stresses me out just like it would any of you. So in those times, I really have to have a chat with myself. Sometimes it's a literal chat of looking myself in the eye, in the mirror, and just having a chat with myself. And also, I don't know if you guys are religious or whatever, but for me, I'll put it in the hands of God. Now, if that for you is the universe or whatever your source is, and we all have a source, in my opinion. We're all connected. We all have a source. I watch a lot of YouTube space, especially with the new telescope, the James Webb. And it's so fascinating and beautiful to see all these galaxies, and oh my God, it's just so unbelievable. And you can't help but question, what is the purpose of all of this? You know, I mean, it's like a forest and trees, you know. If you just look at a bark of a tree, you don't really see the whole picture, you don't really see the whole forest. But anyway, I believe we're all connected. And if you look at all the fibers and things in outer space, they're all connected. And it almost looks like a brain and the neurons and the synapses of the brain firing. You know, you have all these explosions out there in space. I know some of you may think I've gone off the deep end, but to me it's just so fascinating. And I like to watch Anton Petrov. He goes into all these explanations about what's going on and how this works and how that works. And half the time I don't understand a word he's saying, but I'm just mesmerized by the whole process. Ellen, what does this have to do with a peaceful life, right? All right, I went off on a tangent. But anyway, I believe we're all connected. And I'll link the two in a minute here. So especially when people around you, I don't know if you're the same way, I pick up on their energy. I pick up on their mood. It transfers to me. It's very hard for somebody that I'm interacting with to mask when there's a problem. And that's what I mean, we're all connected. We are all beings of energy, and energy transfers back and forth. So picking up a lot of negative energy from the people around you does have an impact on your life too. So separating yourself from other people's drama. Now by drama I don't mean not helping people. If you can be a sage for that person, if they can talk to you about whatever it is that's bothering them, that's wonderful. But by drama, I mean people that just live on things that make them feel crazy all the time. You know, it's almost like they seek it out and then they talk about it and transfer it to you. And a lot of people just want to vent, which is great. And I read something that said to ask the person, do you want to vent or do you want advice? And then just go with that. You know, if they want to just vent, well then listen and don't give advice. Don't try to solve their problem. Just listen. Listen to what they're saying to you and then let it go. If they want advice, that's different. Then you can say, well, maybe try this, maybe try that, and then let that go. Because a lot of people get upset if you give advice to somebody and they don't follow it. Well, we're all different. You know, that advice may work for you, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's the right thing for that person. So not getting involved in other people's drama, the drama part of it, makes for a more peaceful life, in my opinion. When there's a lot going on, I know with me, sometimes it's going round and round and round in my brain and bouncing off the walls and just going back and forth and all around. Well, when that happens, I just try to just focus on what's right in front of me, right in the moment. And what I find myself doing sometimes, if I'm doing a task, rather than just doing the task and concentrating on that, I'll have, okay, now when you're done with this, hurry up and get it done. And then when you're done with that, then you need to go up over here and do this and hurry up and get that done, and then, oh, I forgot I didn't get this part of it done on that task, on the previous task. Well, concentrating on the moment and calming your mind, even at night if you're in bed, and all these things are going through your head and you can't sleep, try writing them down on paper. It might get it out of your head and onto the paper, and then you can be more peaceful. Make peace with yourself. There's things that are going to go on in your life that maybe you didn't make the right decision, things didn't work out the way you had hoped. We all can only do the best we can. That's all we can do. And if one thing doesn't work out, we can try something else and something else, and then eventually, most times, the problem will resolve itself. The problem will either go away on its own, or something that you do to intervene with that problem will solve it. So, if you've done things in the past and you keep going over and over, I should have done this, I should have done that. And sometimes things are just meant to be in the rearview mirror. It's this happened or that happened, and this was the outcome. And sometimes there's things you can't change anymore. So forgive yourself. Because we're all human, we all make mistakes. We can learn from those mistakes, and maybe the next time something similar comes up, we'll have learned that life lesson. And I think we're all here on this beautiful blue planet to learn. I think that's one of our main functions, is to learn and to become better people. If you're worried about money and you're not homeless or living in the streets, try making yourself thankful for what you have and telling yourself that you have plenty. Most of us have plenty of food. If you don't, please go to a food bank. Enlist your relatives. Sometimes a relative will have a lot of food and they'd be more than happy to give it to you. Or they have cooked extra, especially if you're older and you can't take care of yourself that well anymore. Maybe they're not aware that you're in that situation. Well, you can't fault them for that if you don't make them aware. I'm sure most children or nieces, nephews would know that if you're in that situation and they have plenty of food, they could make plates for you, and you could freeze them and put them in your freezer and have food available that you can microwave. But nobody in this country should ever be hungry. There are plenty of resources out there. Call your local city hall, your churches. There are lots of resources. Your senior centers. If you're not a senior, look into the food banks. Some of my YouTube friends now have gone to the food bank, and it's amazing the things that would go into the trash or the landfill. I'm so happy that some of the states are starting to do that, and that they're giving the food away instead of throwing the food away. So there are resources out there. If you can't do the research yourself, pass it on to a good friend, pass it on to a family member, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help you find a resource if it's something you can't do yourself. If you're not familiar with Googling something, or searching those things out, or if you can't, go to the senior center or whatever it is. Enlist the help of somebody else. And forgive yourself and allow yourself grace. That's very important. You have to love yourself, and tell yourself, look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself. Say, I love you. I know you've made mistakes. I know you're not perfect, but you can learn and you can do better, and you can be a good person and help others. Even if it's hard for you to help yourself, you can still be a resource for other people. If you're a grandma and you can't help yourself too much, you can help your grandchildren and your children by passing on knowledge. And this way our generations will pass on traditions, and like I said, we're all connected, whether it's a relative or a friend or a stranger on the street that you just give a smile to. You might make that person's day, and a very gloomy day may be transformed. Give them a compliment. There goes my robot. Giving people compliments goes a long way. Oh, that you have such beautiful eyes, or I love the way you did this, or I love the way you did that, and it doesn't cost you anything. So, all right, I just wanted to have that little chat. Maybe it'll be helpful to somebody today that needs to hear this, or just sit and talk with people the way I'm sitting and talking with you, and that might brighten your day. All right, this is a very loud robot, so I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll be back with some choices for breakfast. Yum. All right, let's take a look and see what's for breakfast this morning. 316 days. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have a breakfast sandwich. So I have these rolls that I got at Walmart. So I'm going to have those. And I still have 6 eggs, so I'm going to have one of those. And it's exciting because my daughter's chickens are starting to lay eggs now. And she says they're really tiny, but she's gotten, I think, 3 or 4 eggs. One is blue, and the others were brown. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have some of this. No, I think I'm going to have some of this Hellmann's vegan mayonnaise. So I'm going to have some of that. And let's go into my freezer. Okay, this is some Beyond sausage. I'm going to make a couple of those. I brought those in from my outside freezer. They were at my mom's house. So I'm going to have those. And I bought these on my haul too. I'm going to have one of these potato patties because it's been a long time since I've had those. So that should be a nice hearty breakfast this morning. And freezer's still looking good. Still lots of food to eat. It's getting there. And then I have cheese in here, but I still have a couple things in the refrigerator that I want to eat before I start bringing this cheese out. So, and speaking of cheese, I forgot to get some cheese. So back in the fridge, and I have this vegan cheddar, and that's, I think that's from Aldi's? Earth-grown, yeah, earth-grown is Aldi's, so I'm going to have some of that on my sandwich too. And my grandson did buy cheese, but I'm not going to eat his cheese, that's for him. So, okay, I will meet you at the stove. Oh, let's just go and see what's for dinner while I'm in here. I won't have to go twice. So I still have some of this vegan meat. I have rice. I still have beans. I have enchilada sauce. So hopefully I'll get around to making that Mexican pizza, because back there I have small tortillas. So I'm going to shoot for that, having a Mexican pizza. All right, now I will meet you at the stove. Okay, time to make some breakfast. So I have here some of the vegan cheese, and this one happens to be cheddar flavor, but I also have a lot of frozen vegan cheese because I overbought, so now I have to use it up. But one of the main reasons why I don't want to buy too much in the way of vegan cheeses anymore is because, I don't know if you can read that, but there's absolutely no protein in here. There are carbs, 4 grams, 23% saturated fat, no cholesterol, and 10% sodium. So basically, this cheese is mainly carbs, sodium, and fat. So to me, that's not a whole lot of nutrition. So what I would like to do is start making my own vegan cheeses with a little bit more nutrition in it. And part of the reason I eat cheese is for the protein, but it's not good for my cholesterol. So I want to see what I can come up with. I do have a couple of cookbooks on making vegan cheeses. And if you go to Connie's Rawsome Kitchen, she has a lot of vegan cheeses that she makes. She has a great channel if you want to learn how to cook vegan or vegetarian. Go give her a visit. Another one is Chef Jana, and she's a really delightful YouTuber too that I enjoy watching. So I learn a lot from those two ladies. Or Sauce Stash, he makes a lot of vegan meats out of all kinds of random things. So if you want to learn more about plant-based cooking, give those channels a try. They're entertaining, they're fun, and you can learn something. And even if you're a meat eater and you want to cut back on your meat consumption, you might want to give them a look. Alright, so back to this. I am going to eat this. I don't want to waste it. Oh, there goes my other one. Uh-oh. Talking so much I'm burning my sausage. Well, I think I still saved it. Kind of dark though. Alright, let's get back to this. Alright, I have my roll here, and I'm going to make a sandwich. I have my potatoes in the air fryer, and I'll be back once I get this all put together. Alright, so here is my breakfast this morning. Egg and sausage, cheese, non-dairy, and a potato patty. Alright, I'm going to go enjoy this, and I'll be back later. It's dinner time, and I'm going to make that Mexican pizza. I'm going to attempt to. So I have 3 small flour tortillas here. They're from Dollar Tree, and I just sprayed those with a little bit of coconut oil and bake them in my oven for 5 minutes. So here I have what's left of my not meat taco meat, whatever you want to call it. Here I have some beans I cooked the other day and just smashed up, and my homemade enchilada sauce, and apparently that's what's on a Mexican pizza. So it said the first layer to put meat on it. Let me bring you a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing here. Hang on. Come in. Come in, get your pizza. Alright, there we go. Grandson Ryan is making himself a pizza. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some of this meat on there. This meat, not meat. I think he ran away. And this meat was just with some taco seasoning. I took some Dollar Tree taco seasoning and doctored it up a little bit. I made a video of it a couple of videos back if you want to see how I made that. But, you know, just using taco mix will work just fine. Alright, and then I'm going to put some of this homemade enchilada sauce on there. I don't want it to be swimming in it. And then I have this Mexican cheese that I'm going to put on here too. So there is the first layer. Okay, now the next layer, another shell. And now I'm going to put some of these beans on there. They use refried beans. Mine are just seasoned beans. They're pinto beans. So that's going on there. Okay. And then some more cheese. Okay. And then the top layer. And I guess they did away with these for a while, but now they're back from what I hear. The top layer is another layer of meat and enchilada sauce and cheese, but I'm going to add some beans too, just because I want more beans on mine. And then I'll probably just eat these refried beans. Okay. And then the rest of the meat, I'll use that up. And right now I'm also making some more homemade yogurt. So that'll be done in 5.5 hours. And I've really been happy with the soy yogurt, that I actually started with dairy yogurt. Just a little bit. Okay. Uh-oh, there they go. Puppies. And then a little more enchilada sauce. Lizzie. Okay. And more cheese. Now I have enough here probably to make another one, but I think this will fill me up. And I can always have a salad with it if I want. Alright. Well, I'm going to stick this in the microwave for a minute and see if it's done. You could also stick it in the toaster oven, but I'm going to microwave it. So I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so here is my Mexican pizza. It looks like a Mexican pizza. And here I have the rest of my beans with a little cheese and a little tiny bit of enchilada sauce. So let me take a picture and then I will give it a taste. And if I remember, this is about the size that the Mexican pizzas were. Maybe a little bigger. I remember they were kind of messy to eat. Oops. And I think I got to eat this with a fork. It's very hot. So eating fast food at home is always a much better option. Let me give this a taste with some of the tortilla. Okay, that's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And I cook this in the microwave for about a minute. Yep, tastes like a Mexican pizza. You could put some olives on top of here too, black olives if you wanted. But yeah, if you have tortillas and taco seasoning and enchilada sauce and cheese and beans, make yourself a Mexican pizza. Yummy. I'm going to enjoy this. But in the meantime, that's all I have for you today. So I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.